think is the best coach in college football?
As much as it pains me to say this in this conference, I have to say Nick Saban. And it's for obvious reasons for me, and I go back to what he's been able to accomplish really in his coaching career, but the last decade. 4 of the last 7 championships he's won. 7 of the last 9 for that conference alone, which, again, I'm a Pac-12 guy. It's tough to say, but he's been the most dominant coach in the most dominant conference in college football for a long period of time. The countless #1 recruiting classes, but it's one thing to sign them. It's one thing to develop them. He's a lot like Bill Belichick in his drafts, right? He has a great eye for talent. He develops these players, and they become great college players. They become great pros most of the time. And I can go on and on. I got a list of all these numbers and the 7 losses and 5+ seasons, all these things. He's got 5 rings, and that's we measure players, teams, coaches by the amount of championships they win. We talk about LeBron and all these guys, and they're all chasing rings. That's what we say. So, in my opinion, it's simple. He's won these titles, and I will say this, and I think this is a point that may go unnoticed, and a big reason why Les Miles, the only reason why Les Miles got fired, is his inability to adapt, right? To change offenses. What did Nick Saban do a couple years ago? He went out on a limb, and he wanted to change his offense to catch up, so to speak, with that conference because of where college football is going. He hires Lane Kiffin, brash, not a lot of people like him at times, but he's a fantastic coach. And all those guys butt heads, but what has Lane Kiffin done for Nick Saban since he's been there? They go to a playoff a couple of years ago. I know they lose to Ohio State, but then last year they win the title, and this year they're the #1 team in the country. So I think where other coaches have sort of stayed stagnant, he's been willing to change. And that says a lot for a guy like Nick Saban, who is tough to deal with, probably got a big ego, all of these things. He's a fantastic football coach. In my opinion, I think he's the best coach in college football.
He's 109 and 18 in 10 years. 4 national titles, 4 SEC titles. He is the only man coaching in college football. Every AD would fire their head coach currently and hire him. He's the only man that can say that. Ohio State, Oklahoma, Clemson, Florida.
Wait. Did you just say Ohio State would fire Urban Meyer and
Every
wrong.
AD
That
in
is
the country
so false.
will fire their head coach currently
They would
coaching.
not.
Let me
Ohio State.
Let me finish. Can I finish? Can I finish?
So disrespectful to Ohio State.
Nick Saban he goes by the name of Saint Nick.
Oh, he does?
He's a saint now.
Is that what he calls himself? He might call himself.
No, he's.
Yeah.
Skip, it's not even.
Hey.
Why we?
Hey.
Is this a time? Why are we even having this discussion?
I'm about to tell you why we're having this discussion.
Now, if you want to go way back and say maybe Newt Rockney or Coach Paul Bear Bryant.
We're going to keep it current.
If you want to say something like that,
keep it current.
Okay, I get you. But currently, in the last 20 years,
there's no doubt.
You guys team up over there and feed off each other.
That's what we do every time we come on the show. It's 2 against 1.
Both wrong.
Put it like this. You better not say khaki pants. You better not say khaki pants.
Who is khaki pants?
Harbaugh.
Jim Harbaugh.
You know what? He is about to catch and pass Nick Saban, but Urban Meyer has already passed Nick Saban. What he did at Florida and then revalidated at Ohio State, how can you not say he's not the best coach in America? Here's my problem with the overrated Nick Saban. I get you. They recruit every year. They're #1 in recruiting, and it's him and his staff and his aura and his mystique and all that. I get all that. So he's got talent loaded. He owns the first round of the NFL draft every year, especially on defense. And I keep looking at the numbers, his defense. This is his calling card. Is he not a defensive football coach?
Yeah.
And I say, and he did make a great move to hire Lane Kiffin. I give him that. But that doesn't mean he's the best head coach, because I won't even go back because we're going to run out of time. But I'll just go back to 2012. He gives up 29 to little Johnny Manziel, little redshirt freshman in Tuscaloosa. Then the next year in the kick six game, he gives up 34 to Auburn, and then 45 to my Oklahoma Sooners in the bowl game. Maybe they mailed it in, I don't know, but 45 is humiliating for a Nick Saban team. Then in the Ohio State game, speaking of Urban Meyer in the national semifinal, they give up 42. They get run off the football field. And then 2015, the Ole Miss loss. And by the way, he starts Cooper Bateman in that game. He lost the game by starting the wrong quarterback. That's the best coach in the country. And wait a second, they give up 43 in that game, and they turn around this year, and even though they barely won the game, they gave up 43 to Chad Kelly again. And that's the best coach in college football, and his calling card. Stop it.
Hold on.
Those are numbers. These are the ones you got to take to the bank.
Hold on. Your coach, Urban Meyer, lost to Michigan State last year, who got beat 38-0 by that guy that's the greatest coach. So why haven't your coach won more national championships since he's
won
so
a
great?
bunch of them.
It's 3 more than 5.
First of all, Cooper Bateman, say what you want, they still won a championship last year, so it doesn't matter. And second of all,
Did he not blow that game?
You
He
talk
blew that.
about they won the championship. You talk about Florida. And I love Urban Meyer. Urban Meyer is elite coach. He's great. You talk about Nick Saban, and you can argue, and I would argue that he single-handedly brought LSU to what it is today, and he brought Alabama to what it is today. In the 11 seasons before he got to LSU, they were an under 500 football team. Under. They weren't even mediocre. They weren't even average. They were below average. He wins a title within 4 years. Les Miles takes over. They have a great run. At Alabama, the decade before Nick Saban, they were under 500 against SEC teams. I don't even know what his record against SEC teams is, Saban, but I'm sure it's pretty darn good. So he has single-handedly built 2 of the best programs in the most dominant.
So if we want to talk about overall pure football coaching,
and he's got 5.
Okay, he's got 5,
rings.
and he recruits the best
5
every
is less
year.
than
We
3,
get
though,
that.
if
He always
you
has
get
the best talent, and I get that. What happened when Nick Saban went to Miami to coach pro football? Nothing happened.
not
Wait,
talking about
wait,
Time
He's
out.
changing the argument.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about overall football coach because I'm going to bring Jim Harbaugh into this. Did Jim Harbaugh prove at the highest level of the National Football League that he can coach at that level? Is he coming at Michigan right now? They might win it all this year. And if they don't win it this year, it'll be next year.
Barry Switzer
Oh, please,
won
he
a
inherited
championship.
a
Okay, hold
dynasty.
on.
A dynasty.
So what
And
happened?
Barry Switzer's a really good football coach.
What happened when Tim Tebow was graduating and Percy Harvin was leaving and Hernandez? All of a sudden, Urban Meyer was sick. Oh, I can't coach no more. I'm so tired, guys. Oh, I'm tired. Ooh, let me go to Ohio State where they're loaded with talent and win. Get out of here.
Both sides of the ball, Urban Meyer does.
Pre-draft, I sat in the meetings with
Defensive.
Nick Saban when he was with the Dolphins.
Oh,
Fun fact.
fun
Didn't
fact.
work out for either one of us, but hey.
No, it did not.
Skip.
Skip.
You need to
Come on,
stop
man.
playing. It's
Come
not
on,
even
man.
close.
It
not even
is
close.
close. It's very close, and I'm going with Urban Meyer, and Harbaugh is about to pass him. You know it, and I know.
Harbaugh's great. Harbaugh's a great
He's going
coach.
to win a national championship, maybe this year, next year at Michigan.
So, is Nick Saban St. Nick retired?
No, he's still trucking.
Who calls him Saint Nick?
Everybody call him
I have-
St. Nick.
that's
Put some
not-
respect on
no.
the man's name with
No.
5 titles.
Well,
5 titles.
Since you brought up Miami, I'm with Skip because
5
I'm tainted from that
to 3.
experience.
Thank you.
But
5 to 3.
Nick Saban and Alabama host a 2-2 Kentucky team on Saturday before their big game in Arkansas. Thank you for joining us.
Thank
Matt.
you for having me.